What's up guys, this is Heat King here, bringing you a review on the latest Tokyo Ghoul chapter. So yeah, this is going to be my first Tokyo Ghoul chapter, or Tokyo Ghoul chapter overall, because like I never reviewed Tokyo Ghoul and I've been meaning to do it for a while now, but like it's just like I said, it's such a hard manga to adapt because it's a very good storyline filled with lots of characters and lots of detail, very in-depth detail, and you need someone really good like to analyze that shit and go through it. And me, I like to just stick to the basics and just go through it as fast as I can, and you know, and maybe analyze different mangas, because like really when it comes to Tokyo Ghoul I'm not really good at it. So for those of you, if you want to find a review who knows what the hell they're talking about, I would suggest Cheapy Reviews, because that dude, he knows what he's talking about. But I'm going to do this chapter this week, mostly because it was a very simple chapter. It was a very basic, simple chapter. So, and yeah, if you're wondering what this is, it's white wine. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but I thought it would be a special occasion, so why not, right? Not bad, not bad. Moscato, by the way, if you're wondering. Galileo family. It's good. I would recommend this, yeah. Anyway, Tokyo Ghoul chapter 102. So I believe last week we left off with Nico coming in to the hideout, to Ken Kanaki's hideout, to the goat's hideout, if that's what they're calling themselves now, right? And you've got Akira there on the bed, having been healed up by Bonjo. You've got Nisho there as well. And I think someone else is called Misa, is it? No, not Misa, someone else. I don't know what the little twerp's name is, but they've got him captured. I don't even know if it's a girl or not. So, like I said, so many characters, it really it boggles my mind, like, when it comes to these characters. You got Takizawa there as well, obviously. Takizawa, man, like, such a badass. And you got Nico there, like, just bursting through to visit them. And it's, like, such an unexpected visit as well. I mean, they're all in shock, like, how he found them and that. But what's interesting about this point is that when he notices Akira, right, he just pretty much says that she's going to be pretty dead soon. And it's like, what the hell? Why is he going to harm her? What's going on? And no, it's not even that. It's the simple fact that, yeah, just from the look of it, she's dying, like, because she looks like she's in bad shape. And he pretty much points out, like, you know, Donjo did a good job, you know, healing those stab wounds and shit. But that's not enough, and even Bonjo admits that you know, he's not an expert at healing, like at medicine and that. And Nico even brings up Yamori, you know, aka Jason, and how he had his ways, he had experience to do certain things, you know, to make his victims last longer, I believe. So yeah, obviously Bonjo's not an expert at healing people, but that's not the problem. No, the problem is that internally, you know, wise, everything's fine. The problem is the poison. With, you know, the poison being the RC cells inside Akira's body, so that's what's killing her. After all, she didn't get stabbed by freaking ghoul tentacles and shit, so that's not good. That's not good. It's like a snake biting you. You need antivenom or some shit to that. And you know, Nico pretty much explains that she needs to go to a hospital, or not even a hospital. He says she needs to see a doctor, so the others, they presume he means she needs to go to a hospital and that. And Takizawa, he's being very overprotective of her at this point. But Nico's like, no, she doesn't need a hospital, she needs a doctor, like, and in this case, you need a doctor whose expertise is dealing with ghouls and humans. And he ends up bringing up two options, the first one being Dr. KO, who obviously they're not going to be able to get any help from, and this also pisses off Nisho off as well, like, he even asks Nico why he even brought it up in the first place, because they're not going to be able to get his help. He's not going to be able to do shit. I mean, he's gone, he's somewhere else. So to go and find him and bring him back, like, you know, it would be great if they could, because they, you know, they need him personally to answer some of their own questions and that, but as it stands, no, it's impossible to do. So obviously the second option is the ghoul support group. I think humans support ghouls, maybe? I don't know, it's a support group that's being hunted down at the moment. But Nico pretty much suggests that they try them. He even gives them a card. So that's the big twist that's going to appear at the end of the chapter, though. The middle part of this chapter, it deals with Naki and Kanaki. Kanaki and Naki. How do you say it? Naki and Kanaki. Yeah. Sorry, man. Like I said, too many characters, two different names. Some of the names sound so similar, but that's like an N and that's a K. So, but yeah, Naki, like, he's pissed. He is furious because Ken isn't using the white suits. He's got plans, and you know, he wants to use the white suits for something that he's got planned, and Naki's not taking that shit. Yeah, he bursts through. Tsukiyama's there, doing his like little bodyguard colleague impression. Tsukiyama, man, such a great character. They need more of him. But yeah, we get a little fight with Naki and Ken here. You know, Misa also appears and watches all of this. She tries to get involved, trying to stop all of this from boiling out. But you know, the other white suits stop her, saying that, you know, Naki, he has to do this. It's like something to do with honor, basically. It's all about honor of these guys. It's all about their style. It's all about the rules that were set by Jason, obviously. And that's pretty much the main focus of this, being that Jason being killed by Ken, and Naki knowing who killed him now. He doesn't want to take orders from the dude who killed his big bro, as it were. So we get a little fight with these two very quickly, and Ken's all for it as well. Like, so, you know, they go at it. And obviously, you know, Naki ain't doing shit. He can't do shit. This is Ken Kanaki, man. Even Misa even says, like, Naki's taking on the Ken Kanaki. Like, what the hell is he hoping to accomplish here? Nothing. He can't do shit. And I think we get a little deja vu here when Naki ends up grabbing Kanaki's foot, right? And I think what happens is he does the same move that he did to Jason back in the day, where he twists his foot around and comes back with a kick. So, because, like, he grabs him, and then Ken starts turning, you know, he starts twisting one in the air, and, you know, Kanaki's like, doesn't that hurt? And obviously it doesn't even faze Kanaki. He ends up just coming back and kicking him right in the face and knocking him away. And the fight kind of pretty much ends here, because he then, you know, Naki looks up and he notices that Ken's got, like, he's got Yamori's Kaigu's, like, the shape of it, or it's similar basically, and, you know, then the Kanaki pretty much confirms that, yeah, he ate his what you call it, he's Kaigu, so yeah, obviously he's got it. So in a way, a bit of Yamori lives on in Kanaki, and Naki sees that, so in a way he also kind of senses that, and he basically feels that Jason is sort of living through Ken. So at this point, he, you know, because he's lost the fight and because he sees this as well, he's like, well, you've beaten me, the white suits are yours now. And Ken, he's like, no, that's not how it is, you know, I'm not doing this because I want to own them. No. I want to, you know, he wants to work together. He wants to work together with these guys. And he, you know, even goes to Naki and says, you know, he doesn't want him to die like a dog. If he's going to die, at least die with him, like, following his plans and shit. And he reaches out his hand and Naki takes it. So at this point, yeah, the Naki is on Ken's side. The white suits are with him. We still don't know what the overall plan is. Obviously, maybe it's going to involve them maybe infiltrating the CCG and helping out, maybe from behind the scenes or from the shadows, or disguising themselves. God knows. But I'll be interested to see what that is. What the end of this chapter also ends with, basically, obviously, Kanaki finding out Akira's condition. So obviously at this point they need that help. So they follow up with Nico's advice, and Nishiyama points out whether they should start thinking about moving places, obviously, since Nico's found it. But Kanaki points out the simple fact that, yeah, obviously they're going to have to move, not now, because obviously he's not planning to do any ambush. Nico, he's got his own rules, he's got his own plan. He's not with Furuta and he's not with them. So he's got something of his own thing brewing at this point. So he's not going to be going to Furuta and trying to sell them out or anything. But obviously, you need to be very vigilant when it comes to these kind of dealings and things, because, you know, this dude was working with Jason after all, and I think he's done a few other unforeseen things as well. Again, I need to reread Tokyo Ghoul. I've been doing that, actually. I've been rereading it, so yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where all of this lies with. But yeah, overall, the chapter ends with them meeting the support group, and surprise, surprise, the guy who ends up coming to meet them is that dude from the TV who's meant to be the ghoul expert, or Origago, or whatever you call him. So yeah, this surprises the shit out of Ken as well, because his eyes just kind of go like, what? And there's this dude, there's the man himself just standing there wearing, like, trying to hide his face and that, and even introducing himself as such, and it's like, what the hell? So yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, this dude's been in the series from the very beginning, and now like, ever since Eto released that book, right, of hers, like, this dude's been a fan of hers, and, you know, he's become like a full-on ghoul fan, and now he's here to help out, as it were. So tasty. But yeah, it's very unexpected, and there's also rumors, I think, at this point going around, that people are saying that maybe this character called Scarecrow, I don't know who Scarecrow is. Again, like I said, there's so many freaking characters, like, I have a hard time keeping up to date with who and who is, but apparently there's a character called Scarecrow, and his physique matches up with Orogaru's, so I don't know, maybe he's secretly cool or he's not. I don't know what's going on, I don't know what that's about. Again, I need to reread. But yeah, the only reason I ended up doing a review on this chapter is because it's pretty basic and short. So yeah, it's very interesting to see where things are going. And it's going to be interesting to see how Oragu, or Garu, or you call it, is going to end up helping Akira heal from those RC cells inside her body. So that's going to be a very interesting thing to do. It'll be very more interesting if she ends up becoming a ghoul herself, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe not just yet, or maybe it will. God knows. I'm surprised no one else has done these kind of procedures. You know, taking ghoul organs and putting them in humans. Then again, Amon and Takizawa and Ken and a bunch of other guys, I think, that were like test subjects are prime examples of that. So it is possible we've seen it, but like we haven't seen a lot of it. I think that's what I'm getting at. Then again, that lab, I mean, they're all those test subjects again. Kano doing his little dirty work. But yeah, interesting chapter. I like Naki as a character. I think he's one of my favourite characters actually, Tokyo Ghoul. So it's great with seeing him sort of team up with Ken Kanaki now. So that's great to see. Going to be interesting to see where all of this goes story-wise, and how long Tokyo Ghoul Ren's got, because I think at this point it's leading up into the final of this particular story arc, and it's going to be interesting to know if there's going to be a third part to this, or whether it's going to end with Tokyo Ren, because like, you know, part 1 was about 140 chapters, and this one I feel like it's going to be about the same, maybe slightly longer, but yeah, I think there might be a part 3 to this, because I don't feel like this is just going to end like right here and right now. I feel like this is going to lead to something, and that's going to be the end of it, but we'll see, innit, we'll see. But so far so good, that's what I'm going to say. Decent chapter, good character development, good character moments, as it were. So yeah, give it a read if you haven't read it already, and yeah, as always, like and subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you think and let me know, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Cheers. Ah, so fruity and delicious.